So recently I came across a video by an Harvard economist where he says that like AGI is right around the corner, or maybe in a couple of years we'll be seeing AGI like technology in the markets. And that video is basically 10 months before. And we also may have seen like a lot of CEOs from these top companies saying that yeah, we'll be seeing AI and a lot of jobs will be vanishing due to it. And that is like a couple of years back, and they said like okay, this will be happening like within like 1 or 2 years and we'll be seeing the replication of it. And I think this is like somewhat like wrongly represented in the community, because these CEOs come from a different perspective and they try to put a narrative into the market which is not at all right. Based on that, I thought like maybe I should make a video explaining how the economics of AI is actually pretty broken if you look at it, and it's not exactly the same what the CEOs are telling you. And the second question is like, is the job market condition right now is due to AI, or we have certain different aspects playing into it? And I believe that there are some things which are not due to completely due to the AI thing that is happening in the markets. And I will try to explain that in the coming video. But first, let's cover the why the economics of AI doesn't work, and why we are not be seeing AGI, artificial general intelligence, which is a very highly human replicated AI where it can do all the tasks that a human can do. But we are nowhere close to AGI right now. We are just seeing like a lot of LLMs built first, and then based on LLMs, we are seeing like a lot of automation that is happening, and a lot of workforce in the junior category and mid category can be replaced by this kind of things. But let's talk about the economics. Is this economics actually works? Because currently we are seeing that the companies are spending in billions and billions of dollars to make up for the losses they are predicting. Basically, they don't have a product line which can generate enough revenue for their products, but their spending is very high. Now I don't know how much spending it will require for them to achieve a certain goal, but at least it's not achievable in the coming recent, like immediately 1 2 years. Because let me tell you one thing, in 1970s and 80s, internet was already there in the market, and the impact of internet came actually 10 15 years after what it was actually established. Similarly, dot com in dot com bubble, we saw a lot of hype during 2000s. Saw a lot of hype in the dot com cycle because a lot of people came into the market, but it was not profitable at all. The market demand for certain products was not there yet. The product was there, but the demand was not there. So basically, we saw a flat line profit lines, and a lot of company went bankrupt. And then we saw a reset in the markets. But let's say after 15 years, like 2025, we saw a lot of dot com companies actually making profits, and we saw like a lot of strong companies emerging out of those 2000 crash. So similarly, I think that we'll be going into a future where we saw that AI race started around 2020 to 2025, but I think it will take additional 5, 10, or maybe even 10 to 15 years to actually see the real impact in the market. Maybe it can be less as well, because it's a very fast improving technology, and maybe we may see a phenomenal rise in this, like, and catch up to what a lot of economists are predicting, like an AGI within like couple of or maybe 5 to 10 years. I don't know. There's also one thing that I would also like to highlight, that is, even if the technology improves exponentially, there are some factors in the government, in the society, in the companies, which doesn't improve over time or improves exponentially with the technology. The underground reality needs time to adjust to the whatever the new technology is coming into. So what we are currently seeing is that we see a lot of growth in terms of tech, but we are not actually seeing a lot of implementations into real life scenarios, and the growth is pretty slow. And I think this will catch up like within 10 to 15 years. My guess is that a lot of the companies in today's time are still sustainable because they have a lot of cash piles with them. But once they just blindly start running into a race of a rat race, or like fighting race between other companies, then we'll see that they will try to fight for the top spot and run themselves into a wall, which is basically a reality check for a lot of these companies that you are not profitable, and then they have to double down on the costs, and we'll see a lot of price hikes during those seasons. The economics of AI doesn't work because I believe that there is a lot of bottlenecks in terms of expansion of these technologies. First bottleneck is the hardware itself. The hardware is very important because we have like very few monopolies or duopolies in the markets which actually have the capabilities to create those kind of computing power. As we move from large language models to automation, and then automation to robotics, and from robotics we'll see like AGI, right? It's a very long way forward. And I believe that hardware is the main component which is a bottleneck right now, as well as energy is second thing. And the third thing is that I believe that these companies will start realizing that they are spending too much and not generating enough. So maybe we see some, as we see, there is a circular economy within the Silicon Valley where companies are giving money to each other company and they are buying stuff from someone else. So this circular economy, I don't know how long it will last, because it generates a productivity scale. On in terms of productivity scales, it shows that we have a lot of numbers, but actually the money doesn't flow into the economy itself. It's just flowing from one company to other. And the actual growth in the economy only happens when we see money flowing into the hands of common people, and go buy this kind of AI tools, technology, and then they start making something out of it. If the money is just flowing within companies, they are making themselves look economically sustainable, but the money doesn't flow or the tech doesn't flow into the hands of common people, then it becomes a bit of an issue, because it's just a paper hype cycle. And when this type of paper hype cycle occurs, we know what happens in the dot-com bubble. We see a crash afterwards, a reset. And then from the reset, we see some emergent giants that will last for decades.